Welcome to another update from Force 13. BOA Meteorology has upgraded the tropical low to Cyclone Wallace and lies to the north of the Kimberley coast. A slight risk of a period of gales along the northwest Kimberley coast during Saturday. The warning zone is Kalumburu to Beagle Bay and not including Derby. There are no watches or cancelled zones. The Category 1 cyclone has sustained winds in the centre of 75 km per hour with wind gusts to 100 km an hour. Located within 55 km of 11.7 degrees south, 125.7 degrees east. This is estimated to be around 305 km north-northwest of Kalumburu and 440 km north-northeast of Kuri Bay. Tropical Cyclone Wallace is currently tracking west at 9 km an hour and reached cyclone intensity earlier this morning, Saturday, and north of the Kimberley coast. The system will track towards the west-southwest and is likely to intensify further over the weekend, while the most likely track keeps the system well off the WA coast. There remains a slight risk that the cyclone could approach the west Pilbara coast towards the middle of next week. Gales with gusts to 100 km an hour may develop in exposed coastal parts between Kalumburu and Cockatoo Island during Saturday, if the system tracks further south than expected. Gales may then extend to exposed coastal parts from Cockatoo Island to northern parts of the Dampier Peninsula on Saturday evening, and tides may be higher than expected between Kalumburu and Cockatoo Island on Saturday. And the State Government Department has activated their warning system, and it's currently on blue alert for people in or near Kalumburu to Beagle Bay, not including Derby. Now we have a look at various tracks and models. The Joy Typhoon Warning Centre has it located near 11.8 degrees south, 126.5 degrees east. Maximum sustained winds 35 knots, gusting 45 knots, and about 261 nautical miles west of Darwin, tracking westward at 10 knots over the last 6 hours. Animated and enhanced infrared satellite imagery and a 37 GHz microwave image reveals spiral banding wrapping into a low-level circulation centre that is being obscured by a central dense overcast CDO. There is fair confidence in the initial position, and the initial intensity of 35 knots is consistent with PGTW APRF for our current intensities estimate, or estimates at T 2.5, 35 knots. Now here's the centre's latest track on the cyclone, and the environment other than the sea surface temperature is hostile. Vertical wind shear is really impacting the system, and we have a look at the upper level divergence. It's very healthy. It's up around 50 knots where Wallace is located. We're also keeping an eye on a weak low pressure system to which the Bureau of Meteorology here in Queensland has issued an initial flood watch for the Cape York Peninsula. Here's the latest wind shear, and the wind shear is extremely high. It's up around 40-50 knots. And the 24-hour shear tendency, there's hardly any blue for the system. The 850 millibar vorticity. And are we going to see another area of interest forming in the northern Gulf of Carpentaria region? The tropical cyclone formation probability guide, and this particular graphic has increased when you look at the area in blue, in addition to the Westpac. Bureau of Meteorology, Western Australia has a gale warning for the North Kimberley coast, strong wind warning for the West Kimberley, Nigaloo, Gascoyne, Geraldton coast. That's for today. GFS model. Force 13's AU channel, along with this channel, will continue to bring the latest information on tropical cyclone Wallace, and is likely to become a category 3 system sometime next week. The HWRF parent model. Now we have a look at the latest GFS precipitation model, and the scale is at the bottom of the screen and extracted from the Pivotal Weather website. And again, it's the top end of Australia. The picture has changed over the last 24 hours, and it's the area in yellow through to dark brown. And a weather alert is currently in place for all suburbs Sydney. In addition to what's happening on the tropical scene, strong wind warning for the Enan coast. Bureau of Meteorology has issued a severe weather warning for damaging winds for the Snowy Mountains region. Damaging winds for Alps above 1500 metres. Cold front is approaching the alpine areas. Damaging winds averaging 80 to 90 kilometres an hour, with peak gusts in excess of 100 kilometres an hour expected for all elevations above 1500 metres this morning. Winds are expected to ease this afternoon. National Parks Wildlife Service recommends that backcountry travel be postponed until the conditions improve. And on the screen is the area under the warning. Bureau of Meteorology Victoria has a similar warning in place. Damaging winds, East Gippsland, North East, West, South Gippsland forecast districts. and this relates to the cold front and will weaken over northeast Victoria this morning. Averaging winds averaging 50 to 70 kilometres an hour with peak gusts of 90 to 100 kilometres an hour, possible over elevated parts of eastern Victoria, but are expected to ease by late morning. Averaging winds also possible above the 1200 metre elevation mark. Locations which may be affected: Force Creek, Mount Hotham, Mount Buddha and Omeo. Severe weather warning has been cancelled for the central, north central districts, and strongest wind gusts since midnight, 100 kilometres an hour at Mount Buddha, 2:28 a.m, 96 kilometres an hour at the Mount Hotham at 12:22 a.m. Bureau Meteorology also has a stronger wind warning for the east Gippsland coast, and a cancelled one for the Port Phillip Bay, the western port, west coast, central coast, and including the central Gippsland coast. Bureau Meteorology down in Tasmania has a gale wind warning in place for the lower east and southwest coast. Strong wind warning for the east of the Flinders Island, upper east coast, and the southeast central west coast. The small craft alert is in place for the southwest lakes, and the Bureau has cancelled the one for Storm Bay, the central Plateau Lakes, the central north coast, the Bank Strait and Franklin Sound. And here's the latest Bureau Meteorology's 12-hourly rainfall, and the picture continues to change. The rainfall scale is on the right hand side of the screen, and the tropical cyclone Wallace, he is at this point in time staying off the northwest WA coast. The Bureau's total forecast of rain and a bit of the area in pink has decreased slightly. And we will continue to bring the latest information as soon as possible.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com with the latest. You can also find our YouTube page. You're probably there already, but if not, subscribe if you haven't so far. You can also find our Facebook page, Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also help the project become even better by enjoying the benefits of patronage. You can find out more information about how to become a patron and what those benefits are at patreon.com/Force13. You can also add Force 13 on Skype and Fool 13 at extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.